In the heart of Ghana's eastern hills, beyond cocoa farms and red clay paths, there was a small town called Abonwa. The people of Abonwa lived by traditions older than their grandfathers' grandfathers, and the most sacred of all their laws concerned the mighty river Asubonten. The elders said the river was guarded by a powerful deity known as Bosum Unsu, the river god. Every Thursday, the river was declared holy. No one fetched water that day, especially firstborn children. It was believed that firstborns carried a special spiritual mark, and if they touched the river on Thursday, the god would claim them. And so, the rule was feared. But in a small mud house at the edge of the village lived a poor girl named Amma. Amma was the firstborn of her late mother. After her mother passed away, her father remarried a woman named Afia, a woman with a heart as cold as Harmattan nights. Afia treated Amma like a servant. She woke before sunrise, swept the compound, fetched firewood, cooked, washed, and ate only leftovers. One fateful Thursday morning, the sun had barely risen when Afia shouted, "Amma, the water pots are empty. Go to the river and fetch water now." Amma froze. "But Mama, today is Thursday, and I am the firstborn." Afia's eyes burned with anger. "Are you refusing me? Go, or you will not step into this house again." Fear gripped Amma's heart. She picked up the heavy clay pot and walked toward Asubonten. The whole village was silent. Even the birds seemed to watch her. When she reached the riverbank, the water was unusually still, smooth like polished glass. Amma knelt down, trembling. "Bosum Nsu, forgive me, I was sent." She dipped her pot into the water. The moment the pot filled, the water began to swirl violently. The clay pot shook in her hands. Suddenly, the water inside it rose like a twisting pillar and formed into a glowing figure, tall, majestic, made of flowing river and light. It was Bosum Nsu. Before Amma could scream, the watery figure opened wide and swallowed her whole. The river went calm again. The pot lay empty. The village searched for Amma when she did not return. They found only her footprints leading to the water's edge, and nothing more. "She has been taken," the elders whispered. But Amma was not dead. She opened her eyes beneath the river, yet she could breathe. She stood in a magnificent underwater kingdom made of shimmering blue light, silver fish swimming like messengers, and spirits moving like mist. Bosum Nsu appeared before her. "You came on a sacred day, child of sorrow," the god's voice echoed like distant thunder. "But your heart is pure. You did not come in pride. You came in obedience." Amma knelt. "I have watched your suffering," the god continued. "The tears you shed have mixed with my waters. I will not destroy you. I will transform you." For 7 days and 7 nights, Amma remained beneath the river. She was taught the language of spirits. She learned to command water, to see visions of the future, to heal sickness with river clay, and to sense evil before it approached. On the 7th day, the river roared. In front of the entire village, the waters of Asubonten rose high into the sky, and from within it, Amma emerged. But she was no longer the weak, frightened girl. Her eyes shimmered like flowing streams. Her skin glowed softly. Around her neck rested beads made of crystal water. The ground seemed to tremble gently where she stepped. The villagers fell to their knees. "River child!" someone shouted. "River child!" the cry spread. Amma spoke calmly, her voice carrying like wind over water. "I have returned." From that day forward, everything changed. When sickness struck, Amma touched water to the sick, and they recovered. When enemies planned against Abonwa, she saw it in visions before they attacked. When drought threatened, she called the rains. When disputes arose, her wisdom settled them peacefully. No enemy could defeat her. No evil spirit could stand before her. Her stepmother, Ophia, struck with fear and shame, came crawling before her one evening. "Ama, forgive me. I did not know your destiny." Ama looked at her gently. The river forgives those who are sincere, and she forgave her. Years passed, and Ama became the priestess of Abonwa, protector of the people, healer of the sick, guardian against darkness. Her name traveled to neighboring towns. People came from far and near seeking her guidance. Her glory shone brighter than gold. The villagers built a shrine by the river and honored Bosum Insu, but they also honored Ama, their river child. They sang her praises in festivals. They danced by the riverbanks. They told children her story by moonlight. And so it was said, "On Thursdays, no firstborn goes to the river, for that is the day the river child was chosen." And Ama, the girl once rejected, became the light of her people. And that is how it ended.